Oh my gosh. Tiny little fire stove. It is adorable. Loki made it. He's amazing. Here's it. Yep. He's putting some beans on it. We're gonna have, I guess, a meal of beans and fish, and if my rice is still good, rice. Yes. But no, that is great. I'm really happy. He's sort of muttering to himself while he was making it. Made me wonder if things were going okay, but he said they were, so I trust him. Now his little Loki leg, well, his big, strong, firm Loki leg is in the way. Fuck.
Well, I put it down on accident.
Well, the good thing is that you can put it out easily.
Yeah.
Have fun relighting it. I love you, sweetie.
Fine, vegan.
Hey, look, there's a wild Loki going to wash his hands in the stream. Like a caveman. Rawr! See how well he blends in with the rock. Say fuck you to the camera. Very nice. Too bad that stream's too cold to bathe in.
Yeah, it is way too cold to bathe in.
Oh my goodness, but hey, naked Loki in running water. Remember that time in the hotel room? Ooh, I love showering with you. Okay, anyway, your experiences in San Francisco, that time you went and didn't take me along.
Okay, so first of all, you really wouldn't have wanted to come along because it was a fucking exhausting adventure. Jesus Christ. The first mistake that I made is I did not have a tent or a sleeping bag.
Good job.
I had a bag that was full of cookies and a couple cans of herring. I was ill-equipped and ill-prepared. I had 2 small water bottles, which I ran out of water halfway through the venture.
I'm laughing at him. You can't see me, but I'm
was
smirking.
ill-prepared. Okay, Segan, I know you want to do things with me, but you would not have wanted to do that with me.
Loki, I would have brought enough water and I would have brought more adequate food than cookies and herring.
I know.
I probably wouldn't have brought a sleeping bag.
Well,
but see, we help each other prepare. You know, we as a team we would have worked better. Honestly. Honestly, I think. I mean, I know you say I wouldn't have wanted to be along. I probably wouldn't have wanted to do all the walking and the listening to you bitch and moan and the bitching and moaning myself, but, honestly...
So, first thing that happened was I wandered around and asked people where the hell I'm going to find the Golden Gate Park, which is on Haight Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I got on a bus. Actually, first I met this homeless guy named Ryan. Gave him a few cookies so he could tell me where to go on the right bus to get to Haight Street.
Mm-hmm.
So I waited for like forever and a day to get past this fucking bus.
Loki, if that knife was under a fire, it's probably clean. Fire sterilizes shit.
The fact that it's dirty is not going to smooth out.
Oh, okay. So anyway, you gave a homeless man cookies to tell you where to find Haight Street.
Yeah, pretty much. And he showed me the way. Showed me the bus stop. So I waited for the bus, got on the bus, went on a long, exhausting ride. I didn't use any money to get on the bus, of course. I got in the back. I snuck into the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really easy to do at night. Which is what I hit the tip that one of the homeless guys told me.
Mm-hmm.
They were always giving out nice tips. The homeless people were actually really friendly. And maybe that's just because I kind of looked like one, but either way, I think they understood that I was a sort of traveling type.
Maybe they just like your hair. Everyone here likes your hair. Everyone in California loves your hair, in fact. I love your hair.
I think that they had a good understanding of what I was doing.
Mwah. Kiss your hair.
So anyway, I eventually reached Golden Gate Park, and I was kind of timid when I got off. You know, it was like some guy was like, "Watch out for tweakers, dude." I didn't find any tweakers in there. So I was like loafing around in the dark, with my knife in my sleeve and wandering around, and I took a piss next to a guy who was sleeping, and I didn't really notice he was there until I saw him sleeping. I was like, oh shit! Wasn't exactly a very quiet piss after all. Then later on, I started wandering around some more, and I found the 40 Olympics, where there was a bunch of drunken teenagers being stupid. And there's this big giant crowd of them, and they're all just drinking and screaming at each other and being loud and oh my god, and there's plenty of disgusting whores and wretches everywhere, and poor miserable alcoholic plebes. And I just stood there, and I took out my Monster can, and I started drinking it, and oh god, it's a dude, it's a freaking creeper in a trench coat, man, holy shit, shined a flashlight at me, and they all freaked out, guys, get over there, get away, and then I took off my backpack, and I went behind a tree, right, and then they shined the flashlight again, and he's fucking gone! I was right behind the fucking tree. And I was oh no, I'm right over here. It was yeah, this is ridiculous.
They just flipped out.
It was fucking boring, though. I was what the hell's the point of this?
I still want to go with you next time, okay? Okay.
And you will, okay? But this isn't even the good part yet.
Well, we're 5 minutes in, so get to it, bro.
Okay, so I was wandering around in the park, trying to get to the ocean, right? And I met this guy, and his name was Jay, by the way. And he was this really, really old guy. He had this huge bump on his head, and he was carrying this mean, nasty-looking hook. Okay. Now a cop wouldn't even consider it a weapon, but when I looked at that thing could freaking, he could pull open somebody's skull with that. That was not a play around toy. That was a serious fucking weapon. Even though a cop would not consider it to be one. But anyway, so I talked to him, and I gave him one of my knives. Because I was kind of worried about him, he had this big giant bump on his head, and it turns out he got attacked by somebody. And then he showed me the right way to the ocean, and he told me that there was camps that I could sleep at, with warm fires. Yeah, I was nah, I'll just come back, the ocean.
Good job, Loki!
Yeah, Segan.
Good planning there!
Yeah, now you see the part where I fucked up.
Well, this is the part where if I had come with you, I would have insisted on it.
Yes, because the walk to the ocean was hell. It was I was walking through the dark depths of the nether realm, and there was freaking screeching gas, except it was actually screeching drunken people. There's primitive ape-like drunken people going, ooh, ooh, and there's this one drunk old guy singing what was it, Strawberry Fields? He was singing different Beatles songs. He was singing Strawberry Fields. He's Strawberry Fields forever. I was just walking by, not really pretending it's not really happening, and he's hey, who the fuck are you, huh? Who the fuck you think you are? And I didn't want to deal with that, I'm pretty sure he couldn't even stand up properly. I don't want to deal with drunk people unless I have to. So anyway,
Loki, I love you!
I reached the ocean.
Yes. Anyway, you reached the ocean.
I reached the ocean, right? And I, took a look at everything. It was amazing. It was there was this giant maw of darkness, sort of pouring out into the sky. Everything is great. And I was wow, really, really cool. You know what I mean? So then, I looked around, and eventually I got bored, and I left. And I started doing the walk. I don't know how big the Golden Gate Park is, but it's pretty big, and it was one hell of a walk. Started doing that hellish walk all the way back to where I started at, where Jay, by the way, was at. And I was hoping like a fucking idiot, that maybe I'd find one of those warm fires, in the camp and everything. And,
yeah.
That's not what happened at all. In fact, what happened was I ended up loafing around, wandering around everywhere. I was oh god, I'm so fucking tired, my feet are so sore. And then I fell asleep on a bench at one point, and I woke up fucking freezing. I was oh my god, it's so cold! Oh god! You know, I was like, wiggling around, freaking out. You know, because I had to like shake the cold out of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible because I was underprepared.
Hold on.
But yeah. Anyway, after all that, I was wandering around aimlessly, and I came upon this gay guy. All right.
Oh God, I hope not.
Okay, I didn't really realize that he was gay at first.
Well, no, I hope you didn't literally come on a gay guy.
No. I wasn't really busy.
Because you said you didn't hook up with anyone while you were there.
Segan.
Loki.
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually pretty funny. So I'm just like, wandering around, and there's like this guy waiting. He's like, hey, what's up? How you doing? What you doing here, huh? And he's got like this sort of soft, sort of deep voice, and like, oh, he's up to something. I thought he was going to attack me or something, so I had like my knife at the ready, and he's like, every time he's, all the while he's talking, he's always like stepping close to me, sort of ominously, like trying to get close to me, but I realize he's trying to intimidate me or anything, he's trying to seduce me. Okay. So he's like, come in closer. I'm always like, circle back, and I'm like, yeah, I came here, just, I'm just loafing around, do you know I could find like any homeless camps or anything? And then he's just like, oh yeah, I don't really know anything about that. I'm just here waiting for my lady. She's turning 30.
Wait, you said he was gay.
He was gay, but by lady he meant his sister. Yeah.
Okay.
He said, I'm waiting for my sister. She's turning 30. Today's her birthday.
Please don't ever refer to your sister as your lady. That's creepy.
Oh yeah, I asked him like, your lady, huh? I was like, yeah, my sister.
Okay.
But then I'm like, so do you have any where I can find any homeless people who can help me out? He's like, yeah, you should go try Hate Street. Now he was creepy and gay, but he actually gave me some good advice because I never really actually spent too much time on Hate Street itself because I was too busy wandering around, getting to the ocean like a
dumb fuck.
Yes. So then I'm just like, I'm like, okay, that's great. And like before I left, he was like, hey, are you bi or what? Straight? And I was like, I'm straight. And he's like, oh, okay. And I realized that he was just trying to get some cheap booty for that.
Aww. But your cheap booty is mine! It's actually not that cheap. I mean, god damn how much have I spent on you.
Look, the point is that was ridiculous.
I'm teasing you.
It was perfectly helpful, except for the fact that he wanted to fucking...
That he wanted to fuck you, yeah. Well, that actually doesn't bother me. In fact, I find that rather amusing.
Me too, believe me.
I find that really amusing, in fact, because yes, you are a gorgeous young man, as I have been telling you for the past 10 months. What?
The past 10 months.
Yes, the past 10 months. Since we met, I have been telling you how hot you are.
Yep.
Oh, are we leaving now?
Yeah, we're gonna get going.
Okay. You just tell me I look good, so I'll sleep with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something right now.
What?
It's gonna make you want
What?
sex with me.
Are you gonna tell me that you have a boner?
I have a boner.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
See you.
Yes. You liar!
Actually, I kind of did. When she started kissing me.
Huh?
When she started kissing me, I did.
Yeah, it went away when I groped you.
No, it didn't.
Oh, was I groping you wrong? I can't feel anything with these gloves.
Wow.
Anyway, before I hit record, you said something. The best thing you can tell a woman is that you have a boner.
There's something else.
What?
Remember what I told you? First day we met? I said...
Repent?
No, besides that. I said, Segan, I just saved 15% or more on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
No, you didn't say that. I remember because you didn't know how to pronounce my name.
Well, it was a sexy pickup line, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yes, but it was non-existent.
But if it did exist...
Okay.
I would have had you no matter what.
Actually, you had me when Austin said, "Oh, by the way, this is Loki." I was like, "Your name is Loki? You're Loki?" Good luck with that snake. You know, honestly, if I just patted you on the shoulder and said, "Well, good luck with that snake. Thanks for the earthquakes. Bye." How would you have reacted to that?
I probably would have laughed.
Also, because I'm one of the few girls at that school who wouldn't have been like, "Oh my god, like in Thor, Herpadur." Yeah, I know.
Unacceptable.
I seriously want to charge them money when they do that.
They'd be pretty rich, Shagan. You'd be able to buy out the government by now.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Corporations are doing it all the time.
Well, I mean, it's terrible that that's so prevalent, that is their only frame of reference.
Yeah, that really is our only frame of reference.
Whereas I introduced myself to you, it was like, I mispronounced my name, but still, I told you who I was. Very first day we met. And I have held on to that and refused to let go.
Well, you can stop this thing.
No. I'll tell you what I can do, though. Let you tell me about Jay's friends. Jason's friends, sorry.
Okay, so there was one chick in the group, right? And she was this dried up, wretched old whore. Like I just looked at her and I shuddered. I was like, she was just nasty. And you know that guy who was asleep all the time because he was getting laid? Well, yeah, he was her host. Because she was basically like 40 years old, and she was sucking the life out of people who were half her age. Everybody there was half her age, except for this one old grubby guy who was like a parkour master before he broke his neck.
Honey, if she's 40, you're almost half her age. This worries me.
Segan, may I remind you that I'm not a dumbass, that I'm not a druggie, and that that I have you, and that you're not a dried up, wretched old whore.
I am older than you, however.
It's not the no, Segan. My point is that there is no way in hell that I would ever do something like that.
I hope not.
Especially with some.
Okay.
She wasn't a bad person herself, but I mean, oh my God, she slept with all the guys there.
As long as she doesn't try to make a pass at you.
No, she didn't.
Good.
Yeah. She was asking me how old I was though, and I was like, oh, I'm pretty old, you know.
Should have told her you were 16.
No, that wouldn't have been good for any. That would not have been good for any of us.
Oh. That's what I do. Guy asked me how old I am. Oh, I'm 15.
Yeah. Well, you'd probably actually be good friends with Sherry. Well, actually, everybody calls her Jerry because nobody actually considers her like, you know, adequately. I don't know how to put it, but like she's lost her seductiveness essentially.
Then how does she bag guys half her age?
Because they're desperate for a fuck. Desperate.
Like you were at Roswell that one time that you were telling me about?
Even more desperate than that.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the alcohol and the drugs don't help, of course, but...
Dude, I was desperate a couple years ago, and even I wouldn't go with someone old and grubby.
I've never been that desperate before, and I never will be.
Well, you never will be because I never say no to you. Unless I'm really, really pissed. And even then, you can usually do it anyway. I wouldn't really put up too much of a fuss as long as you had a condom.
Well, yeah, she wasn't a bad person. I mean, she had some good advice and stuff like that. You know, just like general things about lifestyle. Like, she understood that I was like, you know, just doing things my way for a reason. She wouldn't be a very bad person to meet, you know. I think
Anyway,
you'd be friends with her. But anyway,
yeah.
then there was this other guy. Okay, he was like probably the most interesting of them all. Okay, he had like this neck injury that he got because somebody knocked him off a building.
Mhm.
He broke his neck. So he was walking around with this cast for a while, and they got rid of it, and now he's like all sort of old and catatonic, you know. But he used to climb up on rooftops all throughout San Francisco. He used to stash stuff up on rooftops. He used to be all parkour and shit, like how I used to be. Actually, probably even better than me. And he was teaching me different things about, like, you know, what I could do. Like he couldn't actually do it himself anymore. He'll probably be able to someday, but he was like, as we were walking around through the city and we were heading to this Safeway to go and steal some food, you know, we were walking around and he was like showing me different how to climb up a building and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's really interesting. Methop, because I don't remember his real name, I'm just gonna call him Methop for now. Methop was like really kind of crazy, and he had a lot of problems with Jerry. You know what I mean? Because they had like a relationship or something. I don't know what the... Meth does crazy things to people, Segan. That's all I'm saying.
Not even once.
Yeah. But anyway, oh, you're so tired, aren't you? Yeah, but anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm letting the camera listen for me.
So we went to Safeway, and I basically distracted the people in the store while Methop and Wallneck, I'm just gonna call him Wallneck, went into the store and stole some beer and some crab and all that. They stole like a whole lot of crab, like 7 or 8 cans of crab. It's a lot of crab.
Was it real crab or imitation?
It was real crab.
Oh my goodness.
It's expensive as hell, but they literally, what they did is they bagged it up and just walked out of the store. And Methop walked out of the store with a big giant box of beer, which isn't really what I'm after, but it was just still amazing for me. Still amazing for me to be a part of that. It's really remarkable. I never thought it would be that easy. And that was a great distraction. I was like,
I'm mad at you again then. But you got to be a part of it and I didn't.
well, you're going to get to be a part of it. And I figured you'd do a better job at distracting people than I will. Because here's what I did. I was like, oh. There was like this bitch who was like working with the flower aisle, everything, and she was like looking around and being stupid. So it's just like, oh, look at this lovely lily, bloody blah. It's like, you know, I stopped for a second and try to remember what type of flower it was. Like, it looks like a bloody, it reminds me of my grandmother. Oh, bloody blah. I will be coming over here later on the day to purchase it. Tell me, do you regularly water these and prune these? And while I was like, you know, talking and going, you know, into the whole, you know, all that fanciful shit. Like everybody just like walked out with all the food and everything. It's hilarious. You're gonna get to be a part of it. If you don't bite my fingers off. Remember, Siggy, you use these fingers too.
But I mean, I wasn't even invited. It sucks.
Well, I'm inviting you right now, right on camera. I'm inviting you to come with me to San Francisco.
I get him. It was funny. It was also completely worth it.
What do you say?
I said I'd come. I'm just still mad at you for going before without me.
Is there any way I can make you feel better?
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I mean, you know, you could have come visit me in the hospital. You could have come visit me at home. Instead, you ran off to another city.